Buying the wrong house can be one of the most expensive mistakes you will ever make. And the worst part is that most people don't even realize it until it's too late. You start looking at houses excited, full of dreams and Pinterest boards, and then 6 months after closing, you're staring at your too long commute or realizing you way overpaid for features that you'll never use. Let's talk about how to make sure that doesn't happen to you. Hi, I'm Abby, a licensed real estate agent in North and South Carolina. I work with my 3 sisters on a real estate team, and between all of us, we've helped more than 1,000 buyers and sellers navigate this wild real estate market. If you're planning to buy a home in the next year, we are here to help you make a smart move. One of the best ways to avoid buyer's remorse is by starting off with the right tools. So make sure you grab my free home buying guidebook. It's packed with tips to help you make confident, money-smart decisions. You can grab it right now using the link in the description. All right, let's break down the top ways to avoid buyer's remorse when buying a home. The most common regrets buyers have come down to one thing: focusing too much on the cosmetics and not enough on the fundamentals. You can paint cabinets, swap out floors, and update light fixtures, but what you can't change is location. If you fall in love with a home that's 45 minutes from work or tucked in a neighborhood that isn't convenient for your lifestyle, you're not gonna love it for long. The same goes for things like school district, HOA rules, or proximity to things like grocery stores, hospitals, and restaurants. I tell my clients over and over to always prioritize location first. I suggest that you make a list of non-negotiables for location before even starting looking, and let that be your guide as you search. Another major cause of buyer's remorse is biting off more than you can chew financially. It's easy to get pre-approved for a number and then start looking at homes right at the top of your budget or maybe even slightly above it, especially when interest rates feel high. But the truth is that monthly payment is what matters most. You don't want to be house poor, so you want room in your budget for furniture, travel, savings, just living your life. So be honest about your numbers and don't feel pressured to max out your pre-approval. If you're not sure where to start with budgeting or understanding your buying power, I can connect you with a trusted lender in your area who will walk you through the numbers at a no-pressure educational pace. The next one trips up a lot of buyers. When you're touring homes, it can be tempting to think, oh, well, I need an extra bedroom, or maybe a bigger garage, or it'd be nice to have a formal dining room. But more house means more money, more to maintain, more to clean, more utilities every month. Instead of buying for the maybes, you need to focus on what you need. Do you work from home? Great. You probably need a dedicated office. But if you're thinking about getting a house with 5 bedrooms, just in case, that could lead to regret when you're paying for that space you rarely use. Think about how you live day to day. What rooms do you actually use in your current space? What do you wish that you had? That balance of needs versus wants is key. One of the sneakiest ways buyers end up regretting their home buying decision is by feeling rushed. Maybe your lease is up in 45 days or you're relocating and you don't have time to explore the area. When you're under the gun, it's easy to ignore red flags, settle for a house that doesn't really fit your needs, or skip important steps in the process. The earlier you start preparing, the more confident you'll feel. That doesn't mean that you need to tour homes 6 months in advance, but it does mean that you should start talking to a lender, understanding your timeline, and narrowing down your ideal areas well ahead of when you plan to move. I also suggest doing a tour visit several months before you need to begin your home search if you're moving to a new area, to give yourself some time to become familiar with the local spots and zone in on where you want to be. If you're relocating to the Charlotte area, give yourself plenty runway. It takes time to figure out which suburbs, school districts, and neighborhoods fit your lifestyle best. If you're not in the Carolinas, that's no problem. I have a nationwide network of vetted realtors and lenders that I trust. Just reach out and I'll personally connect you with someone local who will take great care of you. At the end of the day, avoiding buyer's remorse comes down to a few things. Number 1, you want to focus on what you can't change, like location, commute, and the community. Next, you want to be realistic about your budget and what monthly payment you can comfortably afford. You'll also want to make sure you buy the right size home for how you actually live from day to day. And lastly, give yourself time so you're not making major decisions under pressure. Buying a home is a huge milestone, and you deserve to feel confident and excited, not stressed or second guessing everything after the fact. Check out this video about why you shouldn't buy a house with a bedroom for your in-laws next.